Hello everybody and welcome to a special edition of Baby Blue Memories. This is the Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game featuring your Kahnawake Warhawks in the U-9B division, taking on the NDG Yellow Wildcats. Obviously in yellow, Warhawks in red. First hit, second base, Mason McGregor out at first. Your Kahnawake Warhawks have only 7 players. Warhawks have 10, and there's a big drive by Cohen Lahash. He's been hitting monster drives all season. Overthrown at second, he'll get an extra base, and that's it. They won't. I don't know if they'll let him go home. He's being waved. Ball still in play. They throw home, and Cohen Lahash is safe and gets the Warhawks off to a 1-0 lead inside the Parker for Cohen Lahash. In case you're wondering, Baby Blue Memories, today's broadcast, missing the illustrious Brandon Bordeaux. I'm in for him. I'm Neil McCumber. The reason he's unable to broadcast this first and only time is because he's the coach for the U-9B Warhawks. That's him, number 17, with the pitching machine. So at this level, at U9, under 9 years old, coaches go to the pitching machine. And she's safe. That's number 6, Brillin DeLille. Coach asking his team to back up. Got number 4, the cleanup hitter for the Warhawks, Dane McCumber, number 20, up at bat. And Bordeaux almost beans his own player. Not his fault, it's a machine. Just kidding, Mr. Bordeaux. Tough with these pitching machines to calibrate them. They were calibrating it before. They calibrate before every inning. Sometimes it's a bit off. The way it works in U9, if you have 3 pitchable strikes, basically, you get to go from a tee. After 5 unplayable, so if the ball is not a strike, they also go to a tee. And every kid bats, so the outs do not matter as much. So he's off the tee. Not sure if that was three good pitches or 5 bad pitches, but the umpire, either way, they go to a tee. Dane McCumber hits a flyer, and a catch by number 28. Brillin goes, so now there's a throw at first, and that's a double play by the Yellow Wildcats of NDG. With the chest bump. 3 outs in U9 does not necessarily mean the inning is over. Each team gets 6 at-bats per inning, and they all count. So any runs you score count. So despite the 3 outs, Warhawks still alive for some runs here in the first. Up next is, so far, the playoff hero, number 33, Aiden LeBlanc. On the road to this finals, to this championship, Aiden has hit 2 walk-off home runs, including a grand slam to end games. So he's been clutch. See what he does here in the first inning. Big swing. NDG has one of their outfielders very deep. They must have heard about his heroics. Warhawks up 1-0 up here in the top of the first. We're here in beautiful Verdun. As you can see with the big apartment complexes in the background. And no, I'm not a salesman for Verdun Real Estate. Assistant coach Jai McCumber brings the tee up for Aiden LeBlanc. Players are limited when they hit off the tee. If they hit off the pitch, they can get as many bases as they want. Short one for Aiden. It stays fair, and it looks like he'll make it to first. So we have another runner at first. Sixth and final batter will be number 14, Rowan DeCare.
George, back here. Hustle. Ethan, backing up the middle. Miles, back up a bit. Miles, back up. Yeah. Okay, get in front of the bag. Samuel, back to your first spot.
Rowan connects to the shortstop, throws it to second, safe as it's dropped. However, that ends the inning, as once you have 6 batters, that's it. So the Warhawks go into the bottom of the first, up 1-0. So leadoff batter for the NDG Yellow Wildcats, Kyan Mack, gets a double, starts things off. Warhawks probably looking for the more shore outs, if more likely play at first. Still have 5 hitters to go. NDG Yellow Wildcats. Another big hit. Goes to second. Nice stop by Aiden LeBlanc. Safe at first. Benjamin Hirsch makes it to first. Now they have first and third. NDG 14-2 this year. First place finish, only lost twice. So the Warhawks have their biggest test in front of them. Warhawks themselves finished a very respectable 9-7. However, they went on a big winning streak at the end of the year. I believe, including the playoffs, they've reeled off 10 straight wins. So here you have a 14-2 club who has also won all 4 of their playoff games, and the Warhawks, who are on a winning streak, colliding today. Mika Milroy, number 27, up to bat for NDG. Micah Milroy just got corrected by one of the parents. And Michael will go to the tee. So at U-9, there are no strikeouts unless you hit unless you swing 2 strikes off the tee. So if you miss twice off the tee, that is the only way you strike out. Foul balls count as strikes. There's also a line in front of the plate, and it has to pass that line or else it counts as a foul ball. Hit to second, Mason McGregor. Nice play by Aiden LeBlanc, backing up his teammate to get the out at second. That's the lead runner. However, NDG does tie it up at 1. Runner came in from third. Kai and Max scores. Now up to bat, Samuel Shapiro. No, Miles Blend is up. I'm wrong again, it's Matthew Roberts. I'll get it eventually. Two swings for Roberts. 3, he'll go to the tee. So runner at first. So Warhawks play at second. Move their defense in. Bordeaux telling his team to come in, play in aggressively, because off the tee you can only get 1 base. So good strategy by the coach. Your normal Baby Blue Memories host, Brandon Bordeaux. First and second now. So now here's the 5th batter, Samuel Shapiro. Shapiro with the green bat. Hits it down the line, foul. So although that's 3 strikes, well, 3 good pitches, he'll get a 4th because he did foul that one off. So another little rule in U-9. So now he'll go to the tee. So remember, they can only get 1 base, so the max is bases loaded. Play will be at third base for the Warhawks. Shapiro misses. That's a swing and miss. There's your example of a strike. You get 2 of those. So he cannot miss this one, or he will be called out. He does hit it to third. Cohen reaches him. Looked like the base runner broke his baseline, but the umpire did not call it out. So they'll all be safe. Bad break for the Warhawks. it's possible he fielded the ball in his baseline. Miles Bled, number 29. As the base is juiced and he hits it. Stopped by Aiden LeBlanc. Fields it. Tell him to throw it home. Dane McCumber covering. They're going to try to score everybody. Dane gets... They called him safe. Dane looked like he had that play. Umpire was blocking our view. But they're counting 3 runs. And it's 4-1 NDG after 1. We start the top of the second in this regional championship game, U-9B Warhawks against the NDG Yellow Wildcats. Leading off, hasn't batted yet, number 5, Avi Akula of the Warhawks. See if she can get things started. 4-1 NDG leads off a few unfortunate events for the Warhawks. An NDG player broke his baseline, and then on the next play it looked like Dane McCumber had the tag out, but the umpire called it safe, but we had obstructed view, so we couldn't see. And also Brandon Bordeaux was complaining to the ump that the NDG players were warming up with the ball on the tee, which is usually not permitted. But the umpire letting it go. So I guess he'll be letting it go for both teams. And Avi will go off the tee. She hits it past the line. Hits it short. Trying to beat out the throw. Cannot. It's 1 down. Nice hustle by Avi. Just a good play by the NDG defense. Back to the top of the order. Mason McGregor Brown. Mason, the top defender, also one of the Warhawks' best batters. He's had a stellar season. Hits one up the middle. Fielded, wild throw, goes into the dugout. That'll be a base, I think. Well, they didn't give him the base. So I think once the ball goes out of play, it's dead and you cannot advance at U-9. U11 and up, you can advance 1 base. Cohen Lahesh, who had a home run in the first inning, up again with Mason at first. Hits a nice shot to second. Goes to first. Cohen is out at first. Mason advances to second. Up next, number 6, Brillin DeLille. Brillen 1 for 1. She hit a single in the first. See if she can repeat it. Hits. Slow roller to third. And she hits another one safely in 2 appearances, 2 for 2. NDG, Warhawks down 4-1 at the top of the second, and it's Dane McCumber. Clocks one through the gap. This is going to go for extra bases. Mason McGregor turning third to score. Brillen's going into third. Are they going to send her? They do. And she's going to score. And Dane McCumber has a stand-up triple and 2 RBIs. Big hit by Dane McCumber to make it 4-3. Tie to score is Aiden LeBlanc. Has a runner on third. Just needs to get a hit. Probably score him. Goes the opposite way. It's fair. This is going to be extra bases for sure. He's definitely going to make it to third. He's going. Will they send him home? The throw's off target. They are. He's going for home. Aiden LeBlanc going for his 3rd home run. He makes it. And the Warhawks lead 5-4. Here we go. Bottom of the second, NDG Yellow Wildcats down 5-4. Number 9, Finley Melville goes to the tee. Cohen Lash fields it, throw to first. Safe at first. Close call. Run. That brings up number 5, Ethan Rosenstein. Swing and miss. Warhawks lead 5-4. Bottom of the second. Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game. The only boys or mixed team to still be alive. All the girls start next week. So this is the end of August. 3rd week in August. 3rd weekend. Girls start in the final weekend. Hit to third. Squeezes through. Nice backup play by Brillen. They're sending their player. Dane picks up the ball, passes it. Cohen has it, tags him out. Nice play by Dane McCumber and Cohen Lahesh to get the lead runner. NDG aggressive on the base paths. Now they're arguing. Why are you sending him? I don't know. We said to be aggressive before the game. No, we didn't. Coach's disagreement on the NDG team. Runner on, number 24, George Saw. Mason fields it, throws it for the lead runner. They can't get him. Coach almost sent him. Then he remembered that talk he had with the other coach. And it's 1st and 3rd. For NDG, number 13, Max Hanneman. hasn't batted yet. Like I said, we said at the top of the show, we had NDG Wildcats with 10 batters. You can only bat 6 per inning. So they batted their first 6, and now their next 4 are batting. Everybody must bat in U-9, but only 6 can play the field. So Warhawks, with only 7 players, only have to sit 1 player per inning. Cannot sit the same players back-to-back innings on defense. Runners at first and third for NDG. Hits one into left field. Brillen DeLille gets to it quickly, gets it into their shortstop. Nice play to prevent more damage, and Mason runs him back. And that ends the play. But NDG does score 1 to tie the game at 5. Leadoff man Kyan Mack back up, the 5th batter in this inning. Started off the game in the top of the 1st. Clocks one into right field. Brillen chases it down, gets it to Aiden LeBlanc, throws it to Mason, and they tag him out. So an out at second, however, 1 run does score. George Saw comes home. Makes it 6-5 NDG. Benjamin Hirsch reached on an error in the 1st inning. Last batter. It's a big fly ball. Dane McCumber almost came down with it, but fence got in his way, so we'll reset. This will be the last pitch for Hirsch, and he's the last batter, 1st and 3rd. They go to the tee. Oh, they called no pitch. It's either 3 good pitches or 5 total pitches. That's 4. Hits one the other way. Aiden LeBlanc, there's no first baseman, so he's safe. Both went for the ball at the same time. But that's a run for NDG, making it 6-4 to end 2. Top of the 3rd inning. Warhawks down 6-5. Rowan DeCare hits one to shortstop, trying to beat it out. Throw is off target, and he'll be safe at first. Avey up to bat after Browan with the leadoff single. Avey hits one off the tee. They go to second and get the runner in advance, Browan. Mason McGregor clocks one to right field. Avey stopped running at second, so Mason has to get back. Nevertheless, it'll be first and second for the big hitter, Kahnawake. 2 for 3 now. Kahnawake 1 for 2 with a home run. Solo shot in the first. Has a big swing. Cohen, the only player that played U-9 last year. All the other players had not played U-9. And he hits it the opposite way again. Goes into left. Avy's going to turn around to third and go home. Mason hesitates, doesn't want to challenge. Cohen has to go back to first. They throw to first. It's an error. Now Mason goes. And they're making him get back. They're making him get back. So NDG sent their runners on an error and were able to advance, but the Warhawks aren't allowed. Very strange. Number 6, Brillin, coming up to bat. There's 2 runners on. She hits it to the pitcher. Goes to first, throws it on time. She does advance the runners with 1 batter to go. They'll be at second and third in scoring position for the big hitting Dane McCumber. See if the Warhawks can retake the lead.
Guys, you get the cutoff. Ben, if Ethan goes out for a throw, you're the second runner. No, this one here. Tag this runner.
Top of the third, 6-6 tie. Lac St. Louis Regional Championships, Dane McCumber up to bat. His last time up, hit a triple. 3 runs batted in. 2 runs batted in. He has second and third, so he can get 2 more with just a single. Ooh, that was a big swing. Coach playing the NDG outfield to right field. I think Dane last time hit it to left. So now he goes to the tee. So the most the Warhawks can get is 1 run. So as long as he gets a hit, Mason can score from third and put the Warhawks ahead. Pops it up. Lands in. Dane's just got to make it to first. He does with his speed, and Mason McGregor Brown puts the Warhawks in front 7-6. Third. Leading things off for NDG. Micah Milroy. So we'll tell you how the Warhawks got to this LSL Lac St. Louis Regional Championship. Started things off with a narrow 12-8 victory against the Soulange Cougars, who were 5-11 on the year. I say narrow because it took a grand slam walk-off home run by Aiden LeBlanc to win that game. It was 8-8 in the bottom of the final inning. They next went up against Valleyfield. Valleyfield, a very good 11-5 team. Warhawks were 9-7. Defeated them handily, 14-7. Dane McCumber and Mason McGregor Brown each had home runs in that game. Then off to the quarterfinals. The Surwa Orioles, a surprise team, they were 8-7-1. And they scraped by that one. That was a barn burner. 19-18. Aiden LeBlanc again with a walk-off home run for the Warhawks to get them to the semifinals, where they defeated the Red Sox. Another narrow victory, 17-15. So the Warhawks, used to close games, and here they are in another one. They lead it 7-6 in the bottom of the third. So looking like another one of those nail biters. Second batter here in the bottom of the third inning for the NDG Wildcats. Mason McGregor fields it, gets it to second, overthrows it. So no runners advancing now. So I guess that was only in the first inning. Sam Shapiro hits it to Mason McGregor Brown, throws it, nobody at third. And it's bases loaded for NDG. Number 29, Miles Blend, comes to bat with the bases juiced, takes the first pitch. Warhawks lead 7-6, bottom of the third, no outs. Although all 6 batters count for runs, and they could score as many as 5 runs in an inning at U-9. Blend hits one off Aiden, fielded by McGregor Brown. He holds it. They advance the runners. I don't know if they're going to let them let that run score. And they're allowing the run, it looks like, and there's a bit of an argument. Umpire letting the runner advance. Normally at U-9, once you field the ball in play, in the dirt, once you field it, no runners can advance. That's what's supposed to happen, as far as I know. Yeah, they are sending the runner back to third. No, they're not. Telling him his run counts now. So the umpire has given NDG 2 runs to take the lead, 8-7 for NDG. Brings up number 9, Finley Melville. Runners at first and second. Melville hits it back to the pitcher, throws it to third. Nice throw. Good slide by the NDG player. It'll be bases loaded for the final batter. Final batter for the NDG Yellow Wildcats. Here in the bottom of the third, Ethan Rosenstein. With NDG up by 1, hits it to the pitcher, goes to first. Sending all their runners, looks like they're going to get umpire is, I'm not sure if they're allowing that last run. Looks like they're going to have a discussion with the scorekeeper. 1 run for sure for NDG, puts them up by 2, maybe 3. We'll have to check on that. Leading off the fourth is Aiden LeBlanc. Aiden with the home run and 2 RBIs has also scored. It was the other way, but it's foul.
Get right, George. Get right that way. More. It's gonna come at you hard. You're gonna throw it to Ethan. You understand?
Aiden LeBlanc hoping to get things started. Warhawks down 10-7. Looks like they did count that last run for NDG. So 2 close calls for when NDG's way. Could have been 8-7, instead it's 10-7. He hits the other way again. foul.
George, stay right there. Come on, Jai, hustle there. Keep them move over a bit. That way, George. Keep them over.
LeBlanc will go to the tee. Oh, they're going to give him one more. Said unhittable ball. That's what they called. So even if you swing and miss, but it's unhittable, meaning not a strike, the umpire will give you another one. Saying that was unhittable as well. He's had 2 foul balls and 2 unhittable pitches, so this would be his last pitch. Aiden hits it the other way, deep. Almost hit us out here in the field. Saw drags it down, throws it in. LeBlanc going to third. Are they going to wave him home? It looks like they might. They don't. Throws that home. He has to come back. They throw it over his head. Now he can go. He was in a pickle, but they overthrew the play. Back home. LeBlanc scores. Aiden LeBlanc sent back to third base by the umpire. So I guess only in the first inning were they allowing runners to advance. Once the ball was controlled in the infield, that's usually the rule. Once the ball's controlled by somebody in the infield, there's no advancing. Rowan DeCare got hit in the ankle, but he's as tough as they come, so he just shakes it off, gets right back in the batter's box. Rowan with a single in the first. Rowan DeCare trying to advance Aiden LeBlanc, who led things off with a triple. Hits it to short. Are they going to throw home? Nope, they're going to first. And Browan with nice hustle makes it there. Gets a single and an RBI. Warhawks back within 2, 10-8. Brings Avi up to bat. Avi Akala has a single in this game. She's scored. Nice swing. So at this age, players are encouraged to swing off of the machine and not go to the tee, because the tee only gets you one base. And even if you swing and miss all 3 times, you get the tee anyway. So good practice for the kids. At U11, it's a little bit different. They only go to a tee on 4 balls. They could strike out at U11, so this is good training for the next level. Brings up Mason, McGregor Brown. 2 singles, he scored twice, goes the opposite way, deep. Browan in front of him is going to third. Mason's going to stand up with a double. And the Warhawks are in striking distance of tying this one up with second and third. And big Cohen Lahesh stepping to the plate. Warhawks will have 2 opportunities to tie it up. They still have 2 more batters. Cohen Lahesh had a home run in the first. It's that one foul. Going 2 for 3 in the game. Runners on second and third represent the tying runs. 10-8, Warhawks down to the NDG yellow Wildcats.
Ethan, get ready to go to first.
Hits one low, gets it to second base. That'll score a run. Cohen is out, but does get an RBI. As Browan scores from third, and Mason McGregor goes to third base with Brillen DeLille up as the last batter. 10-9, NDG leads the Warhawks. Brillen DeLille with singles every at-bat. If she can get another single, that'll score McGregor Brown from third. She hits another up the middle. Pitcher going home. McGregor beats the play and is safe. And that puts the Warhawks back in a tie for this Lac St. Louis Regional Championship. 10-10, heading to the bottom of the fourth. Nice hustle by Mason McGregor Brown to tie it up. Outfielder Gage Saw for NDG. Gage has a single and scored. Bottom of the fourth, 10-10 tie, Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game between the 9-7 Warhawks and the 14-2 NDG Yellow Wildcats. Warhawks need to hold NDG to as minimal runs as possible. They've had all close games these playoffs. This one no different, 10-10, bottom of the fourth. NDG has averaged 3 runs per inning. We'll see if the Warhawks can get them under that. Gage Saw leading things off for NDG in the bottom of the fourth. Goes to the tee. Saw makes it to first base. Lead things off for NDG in the bottom of the fourth. Max Hanneman up to bat. Technically on the score sheet he's their 10th batter, but each inning you only have 6, so it rotates. Every batter has to bat. So he's second in this inning. Hanneman is 1 for 1 with a single. Hanneman goes off the tee, runner at first. does not get past the line, that's foul. So it'll be considered his first strike off the tee. Hits it to Aiden. Aiden just has to tag the runner or touch the base. Called him out. Touched the base. Well, it was a forced play. Brings to bat Kahnawake. Warhawks important out, getting the lead runner in a 10-10 tie here in the bottom of the fourth. Back to the top of the order though. Kahnawake does have a hit in this game and scored a run. Hit by Mac. Aiden tags the runner. It's a forced play, but he tagged him, and they get the lead runner again. Great defense here by Aiden LeBlanc at second base. Getting the high five from Mason McGregor, and he leaves him hanging. What the heck? No, because I don't know if I can go closer. Bottom of the fourth. Tie game. Lac St. Louis Regional Championship. Aiden LeBlanc again. This time gets through to the field. Mason McGregor slows the play down, and it'll be second and third. Michael Milroy, 1 for 2 in this game, has second and third. The fifth batter, NDG, with a great chance to score with second and third and 2 more batters to go. Trying to take the lead, reclaim the lead. They've had the lead the whole game. Slow roller to DeLille. Has to hold it. No force play at second. Nice play by DeLille to prevent more damage, but the NDG Yellow Wildcats do score and do take the lead, regain it. It's 11-10. And their cleanup hitter, Matthew Roberts, comes back up as the final batter here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second. Matthew Roberts does have 3 RBIs in this game. Pops it up deep. They hold the ball, and that holds the NDG runners. And no additional scoring done. So the Warhawks keep the Wildcats to just 1 run, and going into the 5th inning, it's the NDG Yellow Wildcats 11, Kahnawake Warhawks 10. Top of the 5th, Kahnawake Warhawks down just 11-10. Dane McCumber leads things off. He has a triple, couple RBIs. has made it to first base several times in this game. Hoping to start things off. Dane McCumber goes to the tee and hits it just past the line and beats out the throw. Speed. Another single for Dane. Gets things started in the top of the fifth.
Okay, Finley. Finley, I need you. All the way here. Over here. Okay? And you're going to throw it. As soon as you get it, you're going to throw it.
Aiden LeBlanc with a triple and a home run in this game. Hits one. The second. They get the force at second. Rowan DeCare comes up with a runner on first. Third batter of the inning. Rowan DeCare shakes off another hit by pitch. He was hit by the machine earlier in the game in the ankle. Hits in the leg here. Tough as nails, Rowan DeCare. Two hit by pitch and by machine. Hit by machine. He's toughed out both and he stays in there. No automatic walks at U-9 off a machine. Sounds worse than it is. The pitching machine is a controlled speed. To the tee, hits opposite field to second. They try to play at second base, one-handed grab, and that's an out. Nice play by Micah Milroy, barehanding that one. Avey hits the short. They're going to try to play at second. And they get another out on the lead runner. George Saw to Michael Milroy with the put out. And just like the Warhawks did in the previous inning, continuously getting the lead runners, that's what the NDG Yellow Wildcats are doing to the Warhawks here in the top of the fifth.
Out here.
Fifth batter of the inning, Mason McGregor Brown, has 3 hits in the game, including a double. Has hit 2 deep shots into the outfield. See if he can make it a third. Has Avion at first. Hits it to second. Throws it. And Milroy with his 3rd straight out. Last batter, Cohen Lahesh, 2 for 4 on the day with a home run and a single. Last batter means he'll have to get one of his big power shots he's known for. And he'll have to hit it off the machine, off the tee. Will not get any runs. Slow roller to home. Throw to first, and that'll do it for the inning. Warhawks going to the bottom of the fifth, down 11-10. They're going to need their defense to step up again. Nice play by Dane McCumber to get the first out on number 12, Samuel Shapiro. Keeping it to 11-10. Important to get these lead runners. Keep that score down. Warhawks have just one more at bat. This is bottom of the fifth. Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. Final game. Up to bat number 29. Number 29, Miles Blend, second to the plate for NDG. Fouls went off. Grounds one again to Dane McCumber. He makes a 2nd consecutive out. 2 lead runners put out by Dane McCumber. Great defense at a crucial time for the Warhawks. Keeps the score 11-10. NDG will only have 4 batters max now and can only get 4 max runs. And they're in the bottom of their order. Last 4 batters of their 10. Melville going to the tee, bottom of the fifth. 3rd batter of the inning, no runners on. He's had 2 fielder's choices in this game. Swinger Brillen DeLille can't get him at first. Nice play. Just Melville gets in there for the single. Hits another one to Brillin. Throws it to second. Melville beats out the throw. And it'll be first and second. 2 more batters to go for NDG. George Saw, 5th batter. First and second for NDG. 11-10. NDG Yellow Wildcats lead. Yellow Wildcats, not to be mistaken with the Blue Wildcats with their yellow uniforms. Saw off the tee. I didn't mean to say Saw's the tee, but Saw, George Saw, off the tee. Hits one in the middle, and that every base runner has to stop. Off the tee, only allowed 1 base per runner. And that final batter, Max Hanneman, who does have a single in this game. Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game. NDG has loaded the bases with their final at-bat here in the U-9 Regional Championships. They lead 11-10 over your Kahnawake Mohawks. Warhawks will have 1 more inning to tie or take the lead. NDG, the home team, they were 14-2 this year. Final batter, Max Hanneman, up to plate. He has a single. He'll go to the tee, so the max runs NDG could score is 1. If the Warhawks can hold them, they'll be down 1 going into the last inning. Maximum, they'll be down 2. Off the tee goes Hanneman. He'll get another swing. Hits it to second. Tagged. They call him out. He's out, and that ends the inning. Ends the runs. The umpire now saying he dropped the ball. I'm not sure if they ruled that a run scored or not. We'll have to check. Lac St. Louis Regional Championship, U-9B. Warhawks against the NDG Yellow Wildcats. The 14-2 NDG Wildcats. Kahnawake Warhawks. Here in the top of the 6th. Down 11-10. Last at bat for the Warhawks. Need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead into the bottom of the 6th. Brillin DeLille up. Goes to the tee. Hits one to the pitcher. That'll be 1 out for the Warhawks. 5 batters left. Try to bring this championship home. Here on Baby Blue Memories. Standing in for Brandon Bordeaux, who is the coach of the U-9B Warhawks. That's him on the mound. Dishing the pitching machine. Number 20, Dane McCumber, has 2 singles and a double. Make that a triple in this game. One of the Warhawks' big hitters. Hits a slams one high. Not fielded, deep into the outfield. See if he can go to second. They run it back. Speed. Call him out. Can't see the base from our view. Jai McCumber successfully argues the call. Umpire overturns his own decision. Not sure what the explanation is, but sounded like McCumber was stating that he slid under the tag and it wasn't a forced play. Umpire may have called a forced play, and NDG has accepted the explanation. So I think that's what happened. Umpire probably called a forced play. From our vantage point, we couldn't see the base, but it did look like he slid under the tag and was safe. So Dane McCumber has his 2nd extra base hit of the day, a double. That'll bring up Aiden LeBlanc, who has been one of the Warhawks' heroes in this playoff. 2 walk-off home runs to win games. All of their games really close except for one. Heading to this Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game. And Aiden having a good game again. He scored a couple of runs. He does have a triple and does have a home run in this game. Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. Championship game. Kahnawake Warhawks, the off-island champs. NDG Yellow Wildcats, the on-island champs. Although off-island, they do include places like Ile Perrot, which is an island. Soulange, which is on an island, but it's called off-island. They mean the Montreal Island. Aiden will go off the tee. Maximum amount of bases you can get off the tee is 1. So the most Dane could get is a single, but he can advance the runner to third. Third batter out of 6. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Down 11-10 are the Warhawks. LeBlanc will get another swing.
Ethan, you're playing it to first.
It's a high one. Missed. And he does advance Dane to third. Stays on the base. He's safe. And the Warhawks will have first and third. Tying run at third base here in the top of the sixth.
Nice try, guys. Nice try.
Broen DeCare, one of the toughest kids you'll ever see, got hit twice in this game, came back no problem.
Ethan, place the second. Michael will be there. Ben, place the second. Kyle, touch your base. Ethan, in 3 steps. Bigger steps, 5 steps.
Broen has a couple hits in this game, an RBI, scored a run. Broen will go to the tee. So the Warhawks could tie it up. They have Dane McCumber at third base. If he scores, it's a tie game here in the top of the sixth of this regional championship, sixth and final inning. DeCare hits it to the pitcher. Safe at home as Dane McCumber beats the play, and the Warhawks have tied it up here in the top of the sixth, and we will go to at least the bottom of the sixth. So Warhawks stay alive. Had thrilling games all playoff long. Up to bat, number 5, Avi Akula. Hope I said the name right. AV has reached the bases twice, scored a run. Hoping to reach safely again. At second base, Aiden LeBlanc represents the leading run for the Warhawks as we go to the tee. He won't be able to score on this one. The most they can advance is 1. AV hits to the pitcher. They go to third. They get the lead runner. So now the leading run is on second again. It'll be up to Mason McGregor Brown to drive it home. Warhawks and NDG Yellow Wildcats tied 11-11. Sixth and final inning, regional championship game. Can't get any closer than this. Mason McGregor with a line drive into center. This is might score, Broen. He's turning third, looking for the go-ahead run. He scores, and the Warhawks take a 12-11 lead here in the regional championship, heading into the bottom of the sixth. Big hit by Mason McGregor Brown. Bottom of the sixth. Kyan Mack hits one to Mason McGregor. Throws to first. Beats the throw. And Mac represents the tie-in run for NDG. Warhawks took the lead in dramatic fashion off the last at bat and are leading 12-11. They could win the championship. They could lose it here in the bottom of the 6th inning, final inning. Benjamin Hirsch has a single, reached on an error, and an RBI. See if the Warhawks can shut them down. He hits a big one to the opposite field. Foul ball. Just foul. Hirsch goes to the tee. So with the runner at first, important for the Warhawks to get this out at second, get the lead runner, as that prevents scoring. They've done so in the last 2 innings. They've really tightened up their defense last 2 innings. NDG 9 runs in the first 3 innings, or 10 runs the first 3 innings, but only 1 in the last 2 innings. Warhawks have to keep that up, that defense. He bunts, goes to the pitcher, Mason throwing to second. Nobody there. Runner advances. Nice attempt. Sorry, 2 players were there. Warhawks trying to get those lead runners. No point going to first when you're only up 1 in the bottom of the 6th of a championship game. Mason McGregor Brown doing the right thing there, trying to throw to second. And now the play will be at third. Mika Milroy has a couple of hits in this game. Third batter of the inning of 6. NDG will have opportunities, and he hits one to the opposite field and right. They're going to tie it. They're sending their runners. Aiden with a nice throw to home. Mason McGregor there to limit it to just 1 run. But now NDG just needs to score a run from third. They have second and third. The second runner at second doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the third. If the runner from third base scores, NDG will win the regional championship. So the Warhawks need to likely come up with a fly ball out, and a double play at third would probably be their dream scenario. If they can at least hold this to a single and the third base runner doesn't advance, then they would have a play at the plate, a forced play at the plate on the next batter. So we'll see what happens. This is their cleanup hitter, number 28, Matthew Roberts, who does have several RBIs in this game. So things not looking up for the Warhawks, but we'll see what happens. They've pulled out so many games in the playoffs. This team does come up clutch. And they came back in this game, down the entire game to take the lead. Here in the 6th inning. Hit to third. Gets through, and that's the game. The NDG Yellow Wildcats win the Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. However, nothing to hang their heads about. The Kahnawake Warhawks U-9 team is a champion in our books. They did amazing all season towards the end of the year. And you know what? They lost by 1 run in the bottom of the last inning. I mean, I don't know how much closer you get to a championship than that. That's going to be a great experience for these kids. A silver medal, nothing wrong with that at all. It's unfortunate, but it's actually a great, great season. The U-9 Warhawks mixed team went the furthest of all Warhawks boys and mixed teams at all levels. So they should be very proud. I'm talking about U17 and under. And they need to be very proud. This broadcast brought to you by Baby Blue Memories. Brandon Bordeaux can't make it today because he's the coach of the U-9 Warhawks. Amazing job for Brandon Bordeaux and Jai McCumber, the assistant. Great season. They only finished 9-7, but had a great finish. They won like 10 straight games, including so many close games at the end. And they should just be proud. They should be proud of the second place finish in the regionals. It's a great accomplishment. These kids are only going to grow, only going to get better. They're now traditional in the regional championship playoffs. They're going to announce the game MVPs, 1 per team. My guess. Oh, I won't guess. How about that? I don't want to ruin it if somebody else gets it. I'll just let them call it out. Cohen Lahesh with the big home run in the first inning to get things started. Named MVP for the Warhawks. And the game-winning RBI, Matthew Roberts, ends up with it for NDG. Sorry, they gave it to Miles Blend, number 29. So that'll do it here for Warhawks U-9 baseball. Now we're going to have the medal presentation. A great honor for these young players. As they receive their medals. AV, first one to receive her medal. Relin DeLille, next up. Well-deserved silver medal. Rowan DeCare. Mason McGregor Brown, one of the stars of the team. Remember, the Warhawks defeated Soulange 12-8 on a walk-off home run. Then Valleyfield 14-7. Dane McCumber. Aiden LeBlanc gets his medal. 2 big home runs to win games in the playoffs. Cohen Lahesh gets his 2nd medal of the day, MVP, and 2nd place in the regionals. That'll conclude our broadcast. Your U-9B Kahnawake Warhawks silver medalist in the Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. Warhawks presented with their banner. Coach Brandon Bordeaux has it.